Well, hey there, Department of Emergency Services. This is Lieutenant Lenhar, and I wanted to go over real quick some troubleshooting with the iPads in case you're running into problems with Elite. This applies to any time you have an issue with Elite, regardless of what the issue is. This is the first steps that you can take before you have to reach out to somebody to get any further. So the first thing I wanted to make sure everybody understands is the difference between Elite and Elite Field. You can see the two icons here on the screen. Elite is in red and Elite Field is in blue. Elite by itself, the red one there, is a link to the website. Uh, and you'll see the yellow sign-in screen here. This means that you are linked to the website and you're actually using a live connection to the website to complete your report. It's fine to do this with the caveat that if you lose a signal somewhere, so if the signal to the iPad drops for whatever reason, whether it's Wi-Fi or cellular, you're apt to lose some information. So I don't suggest you using this version of Elite on the iPads ever. So that's the reason that we have Elite Field. Elite Field, it's going to look and feel exactly like the other Elite which we were just in. However, it does not require an internet connection because it synchronizes all the data for the database needed to the browser previously. You can complete a report with absolutely zero signal, and then once you get your signal back, you can actually upload the report from there. So it's always, always, always recommended to use Elite Field, which is the blue one there. Those icons have been installed on all the iPads that are pushed out to the field, and I still see the iPads coming back with somebody that has put the Elite back on there. And the problem is you lose a signal, you're going to lose a report. So we want to use Elite Field, which is this blue one. And you see when it logs in, it's got that blue screen, right? So that means that this information is cached in the background. And if you lose signal, you're not losing anything. So here's the regular Elite. That requires a signal. I suggest you don't use that one. And here's the one that you should be using is Elite Field. All right, so that is the difference between the two. Now we're going to talk about troubleshooting if you run into any issues. So one, make sure you're using Elite Field. And the first thing you can do to troubleshoot is to turn the tablet completely off and then turn it back on. Okay. To do that with the iPads that we have pushed out, you're going to push the top button and the home button at the same time, and you're going to hold them down until the tablet actually powers off. I obviously cannot do that during this demonstration or it will stop recording. So we're not going to do that. You push and hold both of those buttons until the tablet physically turns off all the way. And then it should reboot itself. So that's the first step. If that doesn't fix your issue, the next step is going to be clearing the cache and then doing a resync. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. In the iPad, you're going to go to Settings. You're going to go down to Safari because Safari is the browser that's used. So on the left here, you're going to go to, it should be on the top here, Safari. And then you're going to go down to Clear History and Website Data. You can see it's right there in the middle of the screen. You're going to click on it. It's going to say last hour, today, today and yesterday are all history. We're going to click all history. And we're going to turn on close tabs. We just close them out and then hit clear. And what that's doing is it is wiping that database of cached information off of the tablet. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if you have a report that's stuck and there's any information that hasn't been uploaded yet to StateBridge, you need to get that information off or make sure that it's posted. Because if anything isn't posted and has not been posted to the cloud, you're going to lose that information by clearing the cache like this. After you've cleared the cache, you want to click on Elite Field again. This does require an internet connection, and I would suggest to try to be Wi-Fi. The reason for that is because you're going to have to resync all of those data fields again. And so you're going to put your stuff in and log in. When it logs in, it's going to do a full resync, which is going to take some time. And the stronger your signal is, the faster it's going to be. So Wi-Fi is preferred on this. Cellular will work as well, but some sort of signal is required to do this full resync of information. So it's downloading all the fields that are specific to Charles County into the browser cache here so that you can use this offline. My suggestion to everybody in the field, as a provider in the morning, this is what I used to do prior to every shift, and I still do it with the MDO tablet, is I will clear the cache just like I just showed you, and I will do a full resync at the beginning of my shift, every single shift. This is going to make the application much more snappier for you, much more quicker throughout your shift. You won't have to worry about troubleshooting. It's just a suggested way of doing it. So as soon as you get in, log in, hit the settings, go to Safari, clear the cache, and then do this full resync. As you can see, it's taking a little bit of time to do this full resync. Once this is done, you won't have to do this every time because all the information's there. It'll just pull up, and then you won't have to have the internet to complete a report. I think that's it. That's the two things that we can do to troubleshoot. If you still have issues after going through both of these steps, then please reach out to your lieutenant, and they will reach out to the appropriate person to see if we can get you any further along with the troubleshooting. That should be it for now. Thanks, guys.